Well, I heard that. Ravens calling. Okay. We're in here. This is the living room, and all the windows are open. We're going to close them as we go. We're going to turn lights off as we go, close doors as we go. But this is the living room right here, and I'd like to just kind of call attention to this garage door, the one that doesn't have the spring on it. All right. And we got a little bit of a gap right underneath there, underneath the threshold. That's kind of an outside thing, but anyway, that's where we're at. Now, I'm not an engineer. I use engineering equipment. I'm not an engineer. Home inspectors should stay in their lane. All right? I have a zip level. I measure the floor height elevation differential. That's one of the tools, just one of the tools that I use to collect information so that I can make an opinion. I can have an opinion about the foundation performance, which I think is performing very well. It's new. But I do not calculate slope. I'm not an engineer. Tolerances, I'm not an engineer. All right? So spec, no, not those things. I use guidelines. That's what a home inspector should use. And my guidelines are no more than 1 inch of floor height elevation differential within 25 feet and no more than 2 inches of floor height elevation differential overall. And there's not even 1 inch of floor height elevation differential. I did not measure 1 inch of floor height elevation differential overall. So this matches all of my guidelines. I would like to call this attention right here while we're at it though. But we got a little bit of a gap in that right there, and these hinges are kind of rough, man. These hinges are kind of rough. I already mentioned the door threshold there. I did. This clothes rod has not been stained. The others have been stained. This one has not been stained. Let me write that down. Again, my method. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Folder B. Coat closet rod, not clothes rod, hanger rod, not stained. I've checked all the receptacle outlets. They're all looking good and everything. The thermostat is back here. We got a 2-bathroom home. This is one of the bathrooms right in here. And I'm not seeing just a lot of horrible stuff over here. Somebody's got some green tape up there. They know what they're... Oh, you know what we don't have? We don't have a shower rod in the bathroom. How about that? Well, we'll just go... that'd be a B. No shower rod in the hall bathroom. Maybe that's what they were talking about. Maybe I got a clue. See, this is kind of rough in here, right? This is into the primary bedroom suite. It's kind of rough. Look at that. Isn't that nice? I mean, this is the best room in the house. Okay. Coming on along, we got double doors here. And we're talking about some of this stuff. We're going to be talking about some of this stuff in the interior plumbing and appliances part of the video thing. We're going to talk about escutcheon plates that you don't have, okay, and those kinds of things. But but here, now see this flooring? It does not meet the cabinet. You got a big gap right there. Plus, I think everybody's been all over that. I mean, it doesn't really take a rocket scientist. I'm glad you had me in here catching that. That's not my blue tape. Somebody found the screw missing from the middle hinge plate. Now, these clothes rods are stained like they're supposed to be, but you know what they don't have? They don't have screws in them. You're supposed to have stabilizing screws in the wireframe corbels, and you're supposed to have those so that these things don't start getting loose and start giving you all kinds of grief and it's popping out and stuff. These things are not going to perform over the long term if they're not installed properly. They'll be all right on the short term. You'll hang some clothes up there, and then you're getting in a hurry, going out for Thanksgiving dinner and stuff, and it's going to be coming off, and your wraps, just no. Life shouldn't be that frustrating. It just shouldn't. All right. There's your linen closet. Coming on along. And we got some spots and things around here. You know, this is not really what a home inspector does, but I'm glad to. You know, it's new construction. I'm kind of lonely. I got abandonment issues. This screen is hanging out right there. You see it? Okay. But what you don't see from inside here is how dirty this is right inside here on the screen. See, that's not going to drain right. That's not going to drain right. That's going to, and it's going to hold water, and the water's going to go into your walls. It's just not going to perform like it should. So this is something to keep in mind here. This one, both of these windows are like this, and you can kind of see it on the exterior video. That I guess you would have seen the exterior video was the one right before this one. So you're probably familiar with these two windows. I'm going to show you a couple you're probably not familiar with. I'm just kind of moving through here. All right, look at the paint job in here. Well, I need some blue tape. Can you see that? Man, it looks like a Palomino pony. Look at that. Let me get my flashlight on this. Well, I can even see it in the dark. Oh, maybe it's too bright. How about that? See the texture? You can see it. I showed it to you. We need to get that tape off. There we go, man. Talking along. You know how I talk. I apologize. It's not the most professional lingo around, huh? Moving on along, there's a little spot right in there, and we got some tape on that. These windows are fine, you know, except for the outside. You should see the outside of these two windows. That's where they really shine. We don't have, because these are on wood siding, and they do not have Z-bar flashing above them. They just have open troughs. It's kind of bad, man. That's not my green tape. This is the way I do all the receptacles. And it was just habit. I've done them all. All that I could reach, I have done. So, but it's kind of hard for me to walk through my own house without testing my receptacles over and over again. I'm like just a racehorse. I only know to do one thing, you know. So, coming down the hall, we tested that. Same thing. Windows kind of bad on the outside. Now this one's kind of interesting over here. Is in this closet we're missing one of our clothes hanger rods right here. This is the west bedroom. The other one was the east bedroom. So we got the primary bedroom, the west bedroom, which is this bedroom, the east bedroom, which is the one that was just right behind us. And again, I'm just kind of shutting these things up so that we all see what's going on here. Moving on through, just kind of closing doors. And closing doors, just one last time, it lets me know, that the doors are operating perfectly. Or maybe not perfectly, but, they're acceptable. So that's why this is one of two ceiling fans. We have another ceiling fan in the living room. By the way, that is a smoke alarm. I tested it, okay? This over here is a smoke and carbon monoxide alarm. It's close to all three bedrooms. That's all the carbon monoxide alarm that you need, okay? Or is required. I would put it that way. Maybe not need, but all that's required. There's a smoke alarm. I tested that. These smoke alarms have been tested. Coming in here, there's a smoke alarm. I tested that. I test them by pushing the buttons. I don't do a smoke test. This is called a sounder for your doorbell. That's kind of like that's called a hickey right there. That's kind of, they can sand that out and make that look nicer. They'll probably come back. But when you take delivery of the house, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. We're coming on along. We'll close you a little bit. How about that? Deadbolt works fine. Lights are off. Blinds are down. Now I'm going to look up. See, these are GFCI protected. I am not sure that. I think there's some kind of a wiring infraction that the kitchen circuits go on into the dining room. And I'm not sure about that, so I'm going to go home and do some homework on that. I know that at one time it was not copacetic, it wasn't kosher, so I don't know where we're at now. Now, you're going to see where we talked about the disposal with sinks and those things, the foul line, we don't have the extender ring behind here. You can't see. I already put it back. You're going to see that But one thing what happened was when my battery was exhausted, I wasn't quite through with the microwave. Okay? So we're back to phase 1 with the microwave, I guess. But here we go, and I got all these doors open. I want to leave this one open for a moment. But I was in here looking around because I'm a looker. And so I know it says ready because this is where I exhausted the battery. This is a circulating vent fan, okay? So you turn the vent fan on, you can feel it up here. The surface light works in 2 speeds, don't you? There you go. But I do not have the installation instructions. Installation instructions supersedes code. Without the installation instructions, I have to fall back. Well, actually, I don't do code instructions. But I'm falling back on code. And the code says that the corner of this microwave shouldn't be any closer than this cooktop than 24 inches. That's what it says. Alright? Now I come over here, I measure this. And where am I at? You know, I'm at like about 18 inches. It's too short. Alright? But a lot of manufacturers say that this corner shouldn't be any closer to this than 30 inches, right? I already measured this. This is spoiler. It's 34 inches, right? So this is probably plenty high enough according to the manufacturer, only I don't know. I don't know that. I don't have the installation instructions here. I got instructions. I've been in here. I've been prowling around. I have. I've been snooping. I'm a snooper. And I cannot find any installation instructions for the microwave. So without the manufacturer's installation instructions, I'm going to have to call this in need of repair. Excuse me, it's not in need of repair anymore. Deficient. I'm going to have to call it deficient. I understand that I might be wrong. I don't care as long as you're taken care of, you know. So if the builder can bring out the GE installation instructions for this microwave and show that this thing is supposed to be 30 inches and show us that, then that's fine. Let it go, man. But until then, this is too close. This is too close. So I'm going over here. I'm going to do my cook time, do 15 minutes. Hit start. And I've got my magic lights in here. Look at there. And they're supposed to blink, okay? They're supposed to right, oh, there it goes. There it goes. Look at that. I'm going to repeat my jokes, okay? And that's it. You might as well just hang it up now. You don't have to watch anything else. Inspection's over. Everything else is anticlimactic. Got my magic lights going. But this is how I know is that's hot. That's real hot. Woo-wee. All right. Pick up my magic lights. I'll tell a story. Well, I don't know when the battery exhausts, but anyway, I won this. It's a dog and pony show. I won this at an association meeting because I was the smartest kid in the room. And I've been playing with it. I'm not tired of. I guess I'm not tired of playing with it yet. But anyway, this is how I know is I heat something up. I heat something up, and that's how we know the microwave is working. Coming on along. I thought it was more. I guess it has all the receptacle outlets. This is the second ceiling fan. But look at all the dirt in this window. I thought there was another window besides this one. But look at that. That's horrible. You think that's going to drain like it's supposed to? No. You think the window's going to continue to operate like it's supposed to? You think you're going to enjoy this window in your home and looking out at the front and waving at the neighbors and stuff and the package delivery guy and say, hey, I got it, man. Thanks. Okay. Have a Merry Christmas. You know, all that stuff. No. All this needs to be cleaned out. This needs to be cleaned out. I can't even get this thing closed. It's difficult to lock. I'll do my best by getting it locked without breaking it before I leave, but I can't do it while holding a camera in my hand. And so this, you probably know by the light that's fading through the windows, or maybe you can tell because I kind of sound like I'm anxious. But this is the last, this might be one of the first videos that you see, but this is the last video that I'm making today. This is it. I'm really thinking about going home. But I want to do a good job. I'm here. I haven't left yet. I'm not going to stop. Okay? Speaking of I haven't left yet, okay, you got a smoke carbon monoxide alarm in there. You got a smoke alarm in there. You got a smoke alarm in there. You got a smoke alarm in there. In all 3 bedrooms, you got a smoke alarm. You do not have a smoke alarm in the main area. You do not have a smoke alarm in the main area. Now, if the jurisdiction have an authority, if the code inspector thinks that's a good thing, Well, then more power to you, you know, what can I say? But if you read the instructions for the smoke alarms, they say everywhere you think there should be one. If you read the instructions for the smoke alarms, they also say that you should have one in the common living area on each floor of the house. This is one floor home. This is the common area where we're at. We don't have a smoke alarm in this area. If it were I would put one right there. I'd put a combination of smoke and carbon monoxide alarm right next to the garage. That would be the best. To me, that would be ideal. But, you know, safety is a very personal issue, and you should put the smoke alarm where you want it. And if you want a carbon monoxide alarm, you should put the smoke and carbon monoxide alarm where you want it. And you say, well, these are all wired together, and you can't wire this together. Well, if you get the newer smoke alarms that have the integrated batteries, then that's allowed, you know, for lack of a better word. But that, you know, they made concessions for retrofitting, and they said, well, if you have an integrated battery in your smoke alarm, they don't have to be interconnected. So you could put one right there, and I would be happy. I would be happy. So, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your trust in your business, okay, and honoring my COVID policies. I mean, those things mean the world to my family and I just we can't thank you enough, you know. So thank you very much. And if you think that I did you some good, you know, maybe a good Google review, that'd be okay. You know? I'm a small businessman. I could use a little boost every now and then, if only for my ego. But thank you. And this is to you, my dear. Anybody that's seeing this video, anybody's seen any of my videos, you know I like to talk. And if you want to discuss home inspections, I'm all about it. But now I'm talking directly to my client, my dear client. And if you have any questions about this house that you're interested in, that you would like to purchase, if I haven't answered any of your questions in the inspection report, if I haven't answered any of the questions in the videos, well, please reach out to me. Please reach out to me, because let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And thanks again.